Hello everybody, this is Kay. Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for watching today. I love junk journaling and paper crafting in general, and that is going to be the focus of my channel. I'm new here on YouTube. This is my second video, so please bear with me as I learn the ins and outs of being on YouTube and filming videos. If you like what I have to offer, I would appreciate it greatly if you would subscribe and give my video a thumbs up. In my first video, I introduced myself to you and I shared a little bit about myself. And I also worked on a little project while I was doing that, just some Christmas themed collage pages. This is the one I believe that I did on camera with you, but I also did some other ones off camera. And I made these because I have a little project that I need to make tags and journal cards and other things like that for. And this is the project that I'm talking about. It's kind of a little album that I made out of a 12 by 12 piece of Christmas paper. I actually made, here, let me clear these away for a second so I can spread these other things out and show you. I actually made 6 of these, all a little bit different. And I made them out of 12 by 12 pieces of paper, Christmas paper. And they're just kind of little folders, albums, folios, whatever you want to call them. And I need tags and journal cards for some pockets and flips and things. So I put in a little waterfall pad on most, I think I put one on each one, but I have some side tucks here. I have a pocket in the middle. I have another side tuck in the back and a little flip up here that I've just added a little piece of vellum to this one just to make it more interesting. And I also am thinking about adding a little pocket to the back. So I have 6 of these, and that's what I need, the tags and the journal cards, pockets, and maybe even little miniature belly bands for. So that's what I'm going to do with those collage pages. So let me put these aside, except for one, so that I can measure what size my cards need to be and my tags. I was thinking I would put a card in the middle pocket with some kind of a tab on it, just so whoever buys these will know that that has something in there. If I just stick something down in there, I was thinking, well, they might not know that it's even there. And then maybe some tags for these side pockets. So I think, and I've got my little Post-it note here, I think I'm going to measure out what I need for all my little pockets and flips and tags and stuff, so I know what to cut out of my collage pages. Okay, so the size of my tags needs to be 5 by 3 3/4. So I'm going to use my grid on my cutting mat here and my metal ruler and my craft knife to cut the size of these tags out to the right size. So I'm going to do that, and I'll probably speed through this a little bit so you don't have to watch me slowly cut out all of these. So I have 6 of my tag sizes cut, which was 5 by 3 3/4. I have 6 of the little albums, so I wanted to make 6 of each of tags and cards, and then the little inserts for under the flip page. So the rest of it I'm going to cut out off camera, so you don't have to endure me watching me do all that, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've cut out all 6 of my tags. I've cut out my cards for the inner pocket. These will go in here. And I'll put like some kind of a little tab on there. And then these larger ones will go under the little flip, the little vellum flip. And I might like attach them with some kind of a fancy paper clip or something like that. But what I didn't realize, or I messed up, I guess, is that I intended to back all of these with some tea-dyed paper before I cut them out, and I totally forgot about that step. So I'm going to do that now. I've got my tea-dyed paper out here. I'm probably going to need more than this. I have more than this. But I'm going to back these onto tea-dyed paper with some glue stick, and I'll be back when I finish that. Okay, so I've got these all backed onto tea-dyed paper now, and I'm ready to cut them out. Oh, I did want to show you while I was waiting for I put these under some heavy books to dry for a while, and while I was waiting for them to dry, I decided to do some heat embossing on the little vellum flip out part of these mini albums that I've made. I just thought they were kind of plain. So I did some heat embossing with some gold heat embossing powder. What I used was, I have this adorable little angel set of stamps by Hero Arts. I believe I got these at Joann's. And then I have the Stampability's embossing ink pad, as well as the Ranger's Distress pen. That's how I made all the little dots. And then I used this embossing powder. I'm not sure what the brand is. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. So I did that while I was waiting for those to dry. I think that looks precious. I just love sparkly things. I don't know if I mentioned that before. Oops, that's folded the wrong way. Where am I now? Okay, there's the front. Okay, so put that aside, and I'm going to cut these out. And the edges might be lifting a little bit, but my plan is to sew around all of these cards when I get them decorated and done. So that's my plan. So even if they're lifting a little bit, the sewing should, I may stick a little bit more glue in there too, just for extra security. But the sewing will take care of keeping all those edges down. And all these little extras, I'm certainly going to keep those. Those won't go to waste. Well, something like this I might not keep. I don't know. I hate to throw anything away. I tend to keep every little scrap of paper. And then every once in a while, it gets a little overwhelming, so I have to go through and get rid of some stuff or use it up if I can. I've got a little bit of an edge here. Okay. That's definitely going in the trash. Okay, so I think in my first video I mentioned to you how I was a surgical technologist. I work full-time outside the home still at a hospital here in Arkansas, where I live. Well, I say full-time, but I actually work 4 days a week, but I take call. So it feels like full-time. I take call, and if there's a surgery that has to happen at night or on the weekend, and I'm on call, they call me and I have to go. So that's how that works. And so even though I'm only working 4 days a week, I feel like I still work full-time because of the call situation. It's a pretty rewarding career, but it can also be exhausting at times. Like 2 in the morning when you get called in. I'm not too far off from retirement. I'm actually hoping to retire at 62 if I can. I'm 59 now. I'm looking forward to doing crafting more full-time in retirement. Right now, this is a part-time endeavor for me because I still work. I'm trying to do these videos when I get home in the afternoon before my husband gets home. I work an early shift. I work 6 to 2:30. And my husband is self-employed. He does like home improvements and repairs and stuff like that. And he doesn't usually go into work until probably 7:30 or 8 in the morning. But he works later in the afternoon. So I have a couple of hours usually at home by myself before he gets here. So my goal is to try and do these videos during that time when the house is nice and quiet. We're empty nesters. We have 5 children. The oldest is, oh my gosh, born in 1980, is 35. The next oldest is 31. And my son is 25, and he's the only boy. And then our 2 younger daughters are 23 and 21. My second oldest daughter, Danielle, the one that's 31, and she's married. We have an Etsy shop. Oh, that's something else I wanted to mention is that a couple of months ago, she loves crafting too, just like I do. And so she and I decided to start an Etsy shop a couple of months ago, and it's called Faith and Fancy Designs on Etsy. We've got some things listed there now. These little albums that I'm working on now, once I get them finished, are going to go up on Etsy for sale if you're interested. But we just decided that we needed to do something with our crafting instead of just, making things and sticking them in a box. And I have given a lot of things away as presents, but I haven't given away everything because I make a lot of stuff, actually. All 5 of our daughters have gotten a journal, a junk journal, this year for their birthdays. Because I started this about 10 months ago. I probably mentioned that in my first video that I made. I started junk journaling. I've been paper crafting for many years, but I started junk journaling about 10 months ago. And I'm hooked. We have 3 granddaughters. They are 4, no, almost 4. She'll be 4 in January, the oldest. The next one is 2.5, and the baby is about to turn 1 in December, just a couple weeks before Christmas. She'll be 1 year old already. And they are expecting their 4th child. I think she said her due date is in May. So they're just baby machines, those 2. I love being a grandmother. This is all showing up in frame pretty well. I have my camera phone set up kind of over my head, and I'm not watching it while I'm filming, so I hope I'm staying in frame. Like I said earlier, please be patient with me while I figure out all this filming business and such. Leftover tea-dyed paper. It won't go to waste. I will save it and use it, except for maybe, like, you know, something like that. I think I'm just gonna throw that in the trash. Okay, so these are all cut out now. Let's see. My tags were the ones that were 5 by 3 3/4. Let's see, is that this one? Okay, that's 5 by 3 3/4, yes. So I should have 6 of those. 5, 6. And then, okay, so what I realized also on the other cards, I only have 4 each of those. And I wanted 6 of all 3 of the sizes for my little albums, but I ran out of the collage paper. So for the other 2 sizes, 2 of each of these, I'm going to have to do probably 2 more collage pages, or maybe just use some other cardstock, Christmas cardstock or paper that I have, but I have 6 for the tags. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the corner and do that whole tag shape thing. I'm going to do 1. Oops, that just came off of there. Oh, that's okay. Get this lined up here. Okay, and then I'm going to use this one as kind of a template for all the other ones. Away. Okay, so I've got 6 tags, and I've got 4 of the flip-up inserts that'll go behind the vellum, and then I've got 4 of the inner pocket inserts that will go into this pocket here on these. I think I'm going to end my video for today here. I think that on the next one, I'll work on decorating all of these. I didn't want to make my videos too long because I think that can get kind of boring. So I'm going to end it here. I did want to say one more thing about these little albums that I made. The inspiration for these came from Michelle at pinkstrawberryz. I'm not sure if that's how she says it. It might be pinkstrawberryz. I'm not sure. But I wanted to give her credit for that. It's a little bit different than the 12 by 12 sheet of paper project she did. But it's the same basic concept. and I wanted to be sure and mention her since she's the one who inspired me to make these in the first place. So once again, thank you so much for joining me today, and if you like the content I have to offer, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions or comments to make or constructive criticism about my video, I would appreciate it. Please feel free to comment. Just please keep it kind and keep it constructive. And God bless you all. Thank you.